In today's video, I'm sharing the latest on the EURUSD as the US government reopens. Markets are shuffling around a little bit, but I'll have the latest on the Euro and the DXY here, key levels to watch, and also step-by-step how I'm looking to trade these markets. So guys, so far so good from the Euro. We are seeing the bounce from 114.50. This is the area that the market closed above last week. So you'll remember this from the weekly forecast. If you watched that video, what I said there was that we did get the close above these lows back here, right? The weekly close above here. So as long as that was the case, this is going to be your key support area. And we are seeing the Euro respect that so far. Now, again, we did have the US government reopen. So markets are shuffling around a little bit here to start the week, right? Very sideways conditions here for the Euro. Same thing for the DXY. Now, this is one of the benefits, guys, of being in the Discord group if you are a VIP member, because stuff like this is very difficult, if really impossible for me to put out videos like this and then give constant updates along the way, because markets are fluid. They are dynamic. So my analysis is never static. My bias is never static. And so really it depends on what's happening out there in the markets. And that's why Discord is key, because this is our Discord group. This is one channel among dozens and dozens of channels we have. And this right here, guys, all of these posts and all these explanations, this is all from this morning, okay, within the last few hours. We've got the Euro, we've got here on gold, we've got the Euro again, we've got S&P 500, and also Bitcoin. So this is why, guys, it's very important to be in that group, just because I do provide real-time updates in there, sharing trade ideas, and also my trades in real time as well, including the trade we just caught on Bitcoin over the weekend for a nice profit. But anyway, guys, looking at the EURUSD here on the 4-hour time frame, this is the key area I said in the weekly forecast as the one to watch. Okay, this area down here was going to be key support here for this market. It's also holding above its November open, right around 1.1528. So as long as that is the case, and when we look at the DXY too, inversely, you can see where the DXY, the US dollar index, is holding below its November open. So it did close below this area around 99.75 last week. And sure enough, look what's becoming resistance so far this week, right around that area. So we did see a gap up with the US government reopening, but so far, some more weakness coming in here with the US dollar. So congestion for now, guys, really no, indication of which way we're going to go, because you can look at this here on the DXY, and really what this comes down to is something as simple as this, right? Looking at the 4-hour time frame, you've got this level up here, the November open, you've got support down here around 99.4. So as long as we're between these two levels, really it's just congestion. It's very difficult to tell which way this market is likely to go. However, if we get the break back above here, then we're looking at a bullish dollar. Get the break below here, we're looking at a push down there toward 98.9, which is the area I talked about in the weekly forecast. So obviously the inverse of that for the EURUSD. Now, one thing I do want to talk about though, and point out quickly here, is the only way that this became a short, guys, and a lot of people might have gotten caught a little bit here with this recent drop, right down here below these lows, thinking that, okay, the market's breaking down. But the issue here though, is when you look at the structure on the 30-minute time frame, if you're going to short a market, and this is key for any market, not just the Euro, not just today, but looking at the highs and lows. Okay, so this right here, obviously, this was the recent low for the Euro. Now, what happened here within this series, within this downtrend back here, and this is, again, why it's important to be in Discord, just because this right here was the first higher high within this series. And this is what I pointed out to VIP members last week, talking about the potential for the bullish move here back toward the November open and potentially higher up there towards some of those buy-side inefficiencies, simply because this was that first higher high within this series. Now, if you are going to short this market, though, if you're looking for weakness here, the only way that this became a short today, and it could still happen, however, recent price action is indicating something different, but the only way that this would have become a short here is if you got to close below this low right here at 115.28. Now, it's not a matter, guys, of these lows back here, and this is very important, because if you look at the structure here from the Euro, we've got the low down here, okay, we have this low right here, we've got this high, right, the higher low, higher high, higher low. Now, this was not a higher high. Therefore, the level that you're looking for here to fail if you're trying to short this is not this one. It is not this level. It is this one down here. And that's because this one produced a higher high. This low right here did not. Okay, so 115.40, don't care about this level. Yes, it is support. However, an invalidation here, guys, is not worthy of a short. The only way that this became a short is if the Euro closed below 115.28. Okay, which it did not. And so far, we are getting the bounce there from 115.40. Okay, so if the Euro can reclaim this area here today, stay above here going into the daily close, and just, see some more congestion here from this market, this could be coiling for the next move there toward 115.95, because we do still have a buy-side inefficiency up here, that single print, right? In TPO terms, basically it's a very thinly traded area on the way down here. And we also have the September low up there around 116.08. Now, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, many of you will also recognize this up here as a fair value gap. So from this candle right back here, right, from these two candles right here, this is an inefficiency, right? Buy side inefficiency. We have the single print up here around 115.95. We've got that September low. So there's a lot happening up here in this area that could draw the market higher to sweep last week's high. Now, that is only if, though, we hold above these key areas, which so far we are. Okay, so get that, guys. And I do think, probably some more congestion here from these markets. But if it can break out of here to the upside, then we are probably getting a push into that September low. And like I said, if we were to see the euro drop back below the November open on the 30-minute time frame, the 1-hour time frame, etc., and really, sustain that break below here, then we could get that push lower. But as of right now, guys, there is no reason to be shorting this market or even bearish on this market, just because we have not had any kind of break in structure here to the downside. Okay, so looking at the DXY, as I mentioned earlier, this is also really the one to watch here. Very clean on the 4-hour time frame. This is what we talked about in the weekly forecast. So my base case for this market, or in the weekly forecast and still as of now, is for the push down here into this support area. Okay, so you've got the bottom of this channel here. You can see the two highs, equidistant channel off of these highs. And this area down here at 99.4 is near-term support. Now, we have two buy-side inefficiencies just below that. So do expect, guys, if we see a sweep of last week's low, so if we move in here, if we see a sweep of last week's low, okay, expect for buyers to step in down here. Okay, so just below the low, I would not be at all surprised to see the market take out these lows and then bounce a little bit here. Okay, but if we get the sustained break below this, then we're looking at that confluence of support down here in this area, which this right here, guys, the reason this is drawn like it is this is a TPO level. This is a point of control here during this consolidation. Okay, we also have the bottom of that channel and also that September high around 98.63. Okay, so this is still my base case as long as we are below that November open. Obviously, reclaim this on the high time frames. That could change things back there toward the recent high around 100.25. But I have to go with what's on the chart. What's on the chart right now, guys, is holding below that November open, and also this area down here, those sell side inefficiencies in this region, and that confluence of support that I'm eyeing. Okay, so that is my opinion, guys. Never financial advice, but that's how I'm looking to trade these markets right now. And again, as for the euro, the way that could influence this market is if it holds above this area here. Like I said, probably some more congestion here. The markets are just digesting that news that we heard about the U.S. government reopening. We do still have those buy-side inefficiencies up there around 116 that could come into play if the DXY can get below that key support around 99.4. All right, guys, I hope that helped. If it did, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us in VIP for those real-time updates in Discord. Also, full access to the course and VIP-only videos. I'm putting out 2 VIP videos every single week. So check out the link in the description of this video for 85% off. Or if you're on the website, click on that Join VIP link. So trade well out there, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.